success scholar, I should say. But the next gentleman coming up is Haki Ammi, the success scholar. He is an educator of, various sorts. He's very well versed. He reads all the time. He is definitely pro making it happen. And now I don't want to steal his thunder, but we go back, maybe 5-6 years now. We were on a journey called the Marathon of Excellence. And he and I were a couple of the presenters. And ever since then, we clicked, we locked in, and like many others, we see each other in different parts of the country. And it's always good to see him because, when you see certain people, you just know they're genuine people. So that was great to know him. But now I got to find out how to get a jacket like that. Put my name on my jacket. So let me present to some and introduce to others Haki Ammi, the success scholar. Yes. Are you live, sir?
Great.
All right.
Mic is on?
Mic is on?
All right.
All right, what you going to share with the people?
Well, I'm going to talk about speaking a little bit and overcoming the psychology of economic enslavement. So,
Wow. That's my cue. I'm going to take some notes myself. Have a good one.
All right, yes. Well, good afternoon, shall I say. It's no longer morning, but thank you all for joining us here and giving up several of the amazing speakers that spoke before me. My name is Haki Ammi. I'm actually from Baltimore, west side of Baltimore, if you will. I am not a success scholar, the success scholar, like to say. But it wasn't necessarily always like that. Just coming up from Baltimore, I didn't necessarily make all the right choices and decisions. Now, let me ask, how many of you all were C students? C students, we got, so can we give it up for the C students and so myself and President George Bush and we were like that. So, but I say that, and for the young people, I don't want to try to encourage that. But maybe when you're older and you've overcome, you can look back and maybe laugh at things like that. But just sometimes when you create these challenges early on, it comes back to haunt you, right? All right. So experiencing those challenges with school and being in the 10th grade, and then being in the 10th grade, and then being in the 10th grade one more time, I kind of started thinking, like, this doesn't, work right for me, right? So I was a little frustrated, so that was one of my challenges, as well as being sort of like a juvenile delinquent. And so I had like a small record, small juvenile record. But fortunately, I was blessed enough to not be too hardcore, right? I wasn't really a gangster, I wasn't really a criminal. It was just any type of criminal activity, shall I say. So, but I realized that I still was missing certain things, coming up. And so fortunately, being a C student in Baltimore City, I was good enough to graduate. That was like one of the only things I wanted to do. It was like graduate high school. I mean, it's like, when now that I think about it, it's like, man, how small-minded, So I had some positive, inspirational individuals in my life, my brother, my father, my grandfather, several people, and so I didn't have the options, but fortunately I was smart enough to go directly into the United States Navy and the military. People in here, any people serve, thank you for your service, sir. Thank you. What branch?
Air Force.
Air Force, okay, low flying Air Force, but no, thank you. Army, all right, cool, appreciate that. So I did 5.5 years active duty. That was a personnel PIA, for those who may not know, just paper pushing, but it was pretty good. It was a good job for the military. And I was able to actually be around officers, and they taught me a lot. And actually, that's when the first time I heard about Toastmasters. Didn't join or anything, but I heard it from an officer that that is a good program to be a part of. And feeling like a failure, actually early on, it made me become angry. I about my situation that I didn't know what I didn't know. How many of you all sometimes feel like, what would I have done if I had known more? And so being